And what a fine morning to you from the Japanese Southwest here in the Kyushu prefectures, in the Kyushu Islands here in the Oita prefecture. Welcome everyone to Autopolis International Racing Course. Today we'll be racing the Tsuyo Cup for the 2025 Formula Hololive Japan season. Welcome everyone to, wait for it. Welcome everyone to the Formula Hololive Japan Tsuyo Cup. And today we'll be racing the Autopolis Super Prix for the Zycle Cup field. Looking at the track map, we have, I think it is clear that we are seeing similar racing rules from yesterday. And of course, when we are going to be talking about this, we are also going to need to pay attention to the track map. Also, 19 corners in total, even though it says 19, but I think it's a bit interchangeable. Okay, it's a 4.6 kilometer racetrack, so lap times are expected to be somewhat long, but it's still very quick in these cars, all things considered. Lap count for both of the races in the Tsuyo Cup for today, 27 laps for a total of 125 kilometers. We've seen the target lap times actually go down to the 124s yesterday. Could we see 123s? I would doubt it, but the driver can give it a shot. So anyways, that being said, let's take a look into... Oops. Let me just... sorry, I got the wrong thing. Anyways, let's take a look into the standings for the splits. But while we do want to give a bit of focus for the Zycle Cup, by which you are able to read this at your own time, we're going to be focusing on the Tsuyo Cup, where it will be Mama Cashew that's currently leading the standings. And then we also have the likes of Lorenzo Ricci, Yukara Doka making up the top three. And then we also got Shaka Reza and Daniel Barger tied for 4th place, running up the top 5. And yeah, I do want to point out that we do probably need to expand. Oh yeah, we already have expanded the standings. Never mind. So we got Daiji Kinsai, Jake Martinez, Joshua Sahi, Nagoya, and Misaki Sakura making up the top 10. Jake Goodwin in 11, Karashio, Wizard, Seirin, Oshinoria in 12 to 15. Sky, Sami Aki, Altsun Tanaro, LJ Maseraido are your last of the point scorers between 16th and 20th. Sobyang has yet to score in this Tsuyo Cup. But we do want to point out on one more information to talk about, and that is a bit of information about Jake Martinez and Hyodo Xiao. This is gonna be a bit of a tangent that we don't usually do, but here are the stats that we will be showing you on your screen now. If you look at the stats from Hyodo Xiao in aero competitions July 1st, 2024, you can see that this ride has seen a lot of success in the competition. Of course, in particular from Jake Martinez, who managed to bring home 3 wins, one of which in Formula Hololive this season. Could Martinez be able to bring home one more win, as this is literally Hyodo Xiao's final race in aero competitions? Of course, I'll announce her immediate graduation from Hololive 2 days ago. And so, based on our protocol, we have to also get her out of the aero competitions as soon as possible to respect the decision. So, Jake Martinez has got a pretty heavy... So, in short, Jake Martinez has a heavy heart to race. Somewhat, because his representing VTuber is now going to be out of Hololive, and so he has everything to play for in Autopolis. So anyways, my name is Reza in the commentary booth. We cannot waste too much time anymore on the current issue. We got Formula Hololive qualifying to start, and first of all, we got Daniel Goyena out on track. And obviously, Goyena not looking very hot though to kick off his Tsuyo Cup campaign and to kick off his title defense. He is currently down in consider that to be down. He is down in 9th place. The title defense is, well, not what we're looking for right now, but we are just going to proceed with what we have right now. Goyena obviously needed to be on the right foot to get himself back into championship contention. And of course, for some of the coaches here, they are going to actually also think about finding some points here in this crucial stage of the season. Of course, there are 2 races in here that offer full points, so you gotta have to perform in both of them. So that's something that the drivers are definitely being trained for. Alright, so let's move on into an onboard. There's Seirin in the car number 59. I just wanted to point out that Hololive, the Regos, and local members don't have official right idle outfits, so they're simply using the JB template for this one. So anyway, Seirin coming on to the final set of corners to 17 and turn 18. So once you get past turn 17, flat out turn 18 in a right position to basically go flat out to the entire thing, and that is Jake Martinez, and oh my goodness, oh, never mind that. I saw Jake Martinez and Daniel Barger actually being involved in an accident. So we'll see what happened there between Martinez and this one. So here's what happened here. Jake Martinez on his out lap. Gets out. No issue. Oh, gets collected by Daniel Barger. Not what he's been looking for in the start of his penultimate qualifying session for Hyodo Xiao. And here's what happened to Barger. Oh no, got collected by Danilo Goyena. Spun around, tries to get himself back onto the track, and then got plowed out, almost unsided by Martinez. Oh yeah, just GP from Guyana. Not sure if we can give penalties for that. I wish I could give penalties. That's not how it works in the Assetto Corsa. Alright, back into the qualifying session, and we're gonna have to skip the onboard lap right now. So here's Yukihara Toka into turns 3 and 4. See how the first timing is okay. It's at 22.8. We've seen drivers get into a 22.4. So Toka is not in a front-running pace, at least right now. Toka in a championship contending position. 194 points already for her so far, gaining like a podium in race 1 at Okayama, and doing just about right in the second race. Only 9th place, but it's for points in some of these cases. But of course, they're still being beaten by Pamakashi and Lorenzo Ricci. Also, we gotta have to give credit to Lorenzo Ricci, though. He has been delivering in ARO competition for quite some time. Like he's already one of the winningest drivers in Formula Hololive history. I mean, you look into his what do we call it? His 3 wins so far in the competition, and he's quite good. As Toka now sets 129.380, and Hoshizano Rio now gets involved in an accident. We'll see what happened to him as he goes side by side with Antanarao. Oh, hits the curb, hits Antanarao in an awkward position. Tries to continue, but the damage is too much, so he's out. Jay Goodwin, currently spurred from Mio's use of bright outfits recently, is currently up in the lead. Sami Ake joins in second, but now Richie gets into second place right now. Something just a spicy thing to look into. Cashew in 8th place. Ed Sky currently tops the standings at 126. feel like there's also another interesting talk about. We're gonna talk about Misaki Sakura, who has been struggling in holotype recently. It's not the standard that she's been looking for ASCII. Part of it is due to issues from the car, and the other are issues from the driver itself, because actually Sakura did lock up coming to turn 1 in the last race at Suzuka in the wet. So I'm not sure what to talk about. I mean, you can talk about Santa Cruz AI all day long, but we also got other topics to talk about. So Joshi Asahi currently 4th place for Hakui Koyori. A solid season qualifiers he's had. If you look at his stats, he did win at Tsuyo in race 1 in qualifier split A, which does help his progress here. Reza now up into 3rd place. Wizard goes into 2nd with Sky now coming into a 126.604. Cashier now at a 127.101. Now back on track to showcase his pace in the Watame number 3. Also won, which absolutely has cause. So we are going to confirm to you that Daniel Barger and Jake Martinez will take no further part in this qualifying session after being involved in a qualifying crash that sent them at the back of the field, and with damages on their cars that needed urgent fixing. What is next on the list? Right. So Cashew needs to. It's a decent opportunity for him to get up there, given that Lawrence Richie is dropping further down the standings. We will see if Richie has a response to Cashew's charge in the championship standings. The Moldavian has been quite amazing right now in the competition so far. Of course, we mentioned before he barely strayed outside of 6, and he barely strayed outside of 6. Went off the bounce for a while, but that won't really trouble him too much. So anyways, qualifying's now over. It's Sky now currently sitting in the pole position spot. And right now Jones is in 2nd, Asahi 3rd, Goodwin in 4th, Cashew in 5th, Shaki Reza in 6th, Ake 7th. The older chassis are expected to struggle in this race. And if you look into this one, Sobyung Eun, Masaraido, Ali J, currently 57th, Siren in 13th, and of course Jake Martinez barely set a time. One of the last drivers across the line, and it's Rasha going up to 2nd place. Good job there from the Lapis driver, not shy to perform here in Autopolis. That leaves only Austin Wizard and Mohamed Shaki Reza laps. Changes? No changes reported. It's Guy, your pole sitter for race 1 of the Autopolis Super Prix for race for this CEO Cup. Right. So let's take a look into the starting lineup. I feel like we don't need to waste too much time, though. I also have plans for today. So, that being said, let's take a look into the starting lineup. It is Ed Sky, your pole sitter. He starts on pole for Kazami Roha with the fastest time possible with a 125. And then alongside him is Rustin Karashu and Laplace Darkness. They will start 2nd. We also got Osne Wizard and Inagami Korone starting 3rd, with Joshua Asahi alongside him in 4th, Hakui Koyori. Jay Goodwin starts 5th for Okamimio, continuing on this good form that he's had so far, with Momakashi, the championship leader, staying in 6th for Sonomaki Watame. 7th place, Mohamed Shaki Reza for Moses Nene, alongside Sami Ake for Shirakami Fubuki in 8th place for Shirakami Fubuki. Lorenzo Ricci for the Hosho Marine in 9th place alongside Daniel Koyana, the Tsuyo Cup champion of last year, sitting 10th for Usada Pecora. And I also have Jason Safa Takane Loi in 11th with Yukihara Toka, 12th for Yukihara Lami. 13th place Seirin is the best of the old chassis drivers right now with 13th for Kanade. As Misaki Sakura starting 14th for ASCII. Ali Jan Kikira Vivi will start in 15th place with 16th place So Byung-eun for Kogane Nico. Also Rider will start 17th for Todoroki Hachime with 18th place Alton Tanarao for Nakamata Kayu. 19th place Hojo Norio will start for Nakari Ayame in 19th place. And then back in 20th place, Daniel Barger and Jake Martinez will make up your last of the runners that will start at the back of the field. Alright, so we are going to get ourselves ready for the race. What are your expectations for the race? Just a clean race all around. Just wanted to make sure everyone runs their race as planned, as we are going to get the race ready. Got 21 cars lined up on the grid. We got Daniel Barger and Jake Martinez at the back, but we also have the likes of Racing Caraccio in second place, starting alongside Ed Sky, who nabs yet another pole position to his name. And so we are about to go racing here in Autopolis. Lights are on at the moment. Ed Sky on pole position for race 1. Who's going to be leading into turn 1? And we are off, and it looks to me that everyone has gone off pretty okay so far. It's all double file racing at the moment. Some three wide action further back. Will there be an incident at the back? No, there is not. Ed Sky still leads, but not for long. Racing Caraccio is going to take a move down the inside, but has to back off. Ed Sky completely leads Caraccio. Asai goes up into third place. Wizards down to fourth. Goodwin's in fifth. Cashew 6th, Ake 7th, Sakurasa 8th, Goyena 9th, Inside runs out in the top 10 as Sami Ake sweeps in to take 7th place as Cashew goes into 5th. Frantic start right here in Autopolis, but I think everyone has managed to swap themselves very well. Cashew's going to go down the inside. They need to be careful on the curbs here in the first hairpin corner, and is not careful. He has went off the championship leader on his side. And that is a massive crash for the leader, and he will be listed as immediately out of this race. Absolute tragedy for the Sonamako Atami driver as he's the first one out. So it's now anyone's game to steal points. Lorenzo Ricci currently running in 9th. Toka meanwhile down in 13th place. Daniel Barger providing an interesting race here as he's down in 20th as we see Sakura in inside trade places. Sakura's now inside the top 10 and now chasing Lorenzo Ricci for 9th. And going down the inside goes Sakura. Will she be able to stick it? I think she does. Great move from the Vietnamese driver as she tries to keep herself ahead, but watch out for Lorenzo Ricci, who has a better run at the exit of turn 1. Sakura had to hug the inside line, but I think she can swoop around the outside to formally make the position hers. Back onto the racing scene, Seirin against Jake Martinez, who has already climbed up to 15th place for the first lap. Right now, no flips to be reported so far, as everyone manages to survive for now. So Byung-eun currently side by side with Toka. And Toka still running around the outside, doing a very good job. being pretty close onto the curb there under the bridge, but manages to continue on. So this guy has stopped the race 127.966 as everyone proceeds on with the race, no issue. We are on board Ali J, and we are also going to see a potential boost there for push on the rear. Martinez in 16th place is currently under pressure. Martinez is going to try to cook it around the outside to keep his position, and that's what he does. And also, he's trying to get a good run onto Masaraido, but Raido manages to block him. And looking at Martinez right now, he is currently a man on a mission. At least this weekend, Maria takes back 16th place. Has to back off there. Now we get to see Rio going down the inside. Almost engine tragedy for the Ironman number 18. Raido is going to try to keep it on the inside, but just could not stop Rio's advancements on the inside. I think Hololive is one of those tracks where you can really attack on the outside due to the cambered nature of some of these corners. Misaki Sakura tried to go for a move around at the penultimate corner, and that actually didn't work out for her. Tried to move around the outside and Goyena, but understeered into the gravel trap, but manages to keep herself in the race. Not going to do herself any favors. Now reaches going to go down the inside. Moving to turn one. Can Sakura shut the door? Yes, she does. Meanwhile, Sobyong and against Tsukihara Toka. There might be contact between Rio and Seirin. Raido now trying to make his move into 16th place, and now we get to see Kensai against Lorenzo Ricci. Oh man, what a swing this will be. So we are just going to proceed with the points allocations here. On here as well. So Raido have now gained position on the Seirin. No flips to be reported on lap 4. Talk about this insane competition that we had in the Sea Cup. And right now the race is turning on its head. Cashius' advantage is not to be seen after he of course flipped on lap 1. So, some of us have expected Carnage, and we have seen Carnage. Great stuff. But anyways, we are looking at Toka now down the inside. Lorenzo Ricci. Will Toka make the move down the inside? Will she be able to stick it against Ricci? Looks like Ricci has the better outside line and manages to stay ahead. Kensai has managed to repass Sakura. We're talking about Toka and Ricci. Sakura currently inside the top 10, and of course she is on the fringes in that championship battle, but she needs a lot more points accrued if she wants to be this, the Formula Hololive champion. The cup winner is the Formula Hololive champion. That's Sky Joshua Asahi trading places for the lead here as Sky defends for now. We saw it developing. Sky manages to defend for now. Russell Karashi dropped down to 3rd. Remember when we talked about Joshua Asahi currently in 2nd place? Well, that is something to report. next. Wizard currently chasing Rusty Coragio for the final 40 positions. Goyena currently in 8th. Sadakatora, he's doing a decent job right now, but he is currently down in 9th place in the CO Cup. And absolutely needs a performance here to get himself further up the standings, especially given the championship lead has already crashed out. Richie's already in 2nd, already in 11th place. Polka is well down outside the top 10 right now, and then Daniel Barker stuck in 20th place. Shaki Reza, meanwhile, is currently in 7th place. Currently the best driver to take the initiative, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough here with him gaining 180 points. I don't think he's able to displace Cashew from the top yet. And you can see here Asai's lost more time to Sky this lap, mostly because of the move down the inside that he attempted, but that didn't work. Also going to be paying attention to some of the other races that need to pay attention. Jake Martinez currently in 17th, trying to chase Seirin. He's already faster than Masaraido and Sobio, so that is currently a plus. Martinez is going to waste his opportunity as Ollie J makes tries to make a rule against Taro. Taro manages to hang on to 18th. Jake's going to try to make his move in a re-overtaking maneuver. So again, I do want to thank the viewers who are tuning into the stream right now. Oh, and there's a flip from the back, and that is Lorenzo Ricci. I think he's trying to go side by side with Sakura, and that backfired absolutely. That backfired like seriously, and now we're gonna see the top 2 out of this race. The top two in the championship standings are now out of the race. My goodness, the race just keeps on giving, and not for the right reason, but sometimes you have to accept the fact. Anyways, Toka now currently in 12th place, trying to chase Hoshizano Rio. Everyone from the level 1 back has gained a position, so now Martinez 1 point away. 1 position away from the point. Sobia will now need to try to defend his fellow device teammate Masaraido. Masaraido tried to go around the inside, but just could not get it done. Squeeze on the curbs. Are legal in turn 1. And Jake Martinez is sweeping in to find something find some gaps. And right now Seirin's going to try to tempt Masaraido. The two drivers who their members still remain in regloss. I can't say the same for Martinez, who already graduated. But anyways, Jake Martinez now trying to line up a move down the inside. Will he be going for a late dive bomb? He's known to be one of the most aggressive drivers in aero competition, but he is biding his time. He has now tried to pull one back onto Ed Sky. The two of the 4 Hololive members absolutely showing their skill and potential here in this race. Currently in 1st and 2nd. Zai is still trying to find something in Ed Sky. Gonna remain patient for now. Currently 9th against Jade Kinsai. Sakura is still hanging on to this race in 10th place. right now we are just going to monitor the situation here. Asahi currently in second. Find her way against Ed Sky, who's currently in the race lead. 1:27.508, only 10 faster from Joshua Asahi. He is already closing in on the gap. Let's see if there might be a lap change or maybe a leader change. So Young Lin still is looking for something in Saratoga. So while all of this is happening, I'm just going to check out some of the facts and stats that we can hold up for the drivers here. So Sakura has made the pass on the earlier. She is now currently in 10th place, or rather, it's her defending against Rio, already losing 4.2 seconds to 9th place. Away 2.4 seconds now ahead of Joshua Asahi. Right now we still have Sakura already wheeling her car steady, but right now we also have Mizuno Rio though right on the wings right behind her. We'll see if there's a move down the inside. And trying to make a move, but could not make it stick. At least Sakura is hanging on inside the top 10. Back though, Martinez, Taro, Jay, and Daniel Barger, who have been taking on position since the start. She rollovers in the hairpin. Anyways, 10 laps complete, and we're just monitoring the situation. So Jay Goodwin currently charging on against the Wizard, and Taro trying to make a move against Ollie J. I think Ollie J manages to keep it ahead of Jay right now, but Taro's going to go around the inside, but no real estate can be found, so Taro has to back off. Goodwin and then Jay. Alternate Wizard on this contact! Alternate Wizard's being spun around at turn 1. Oh man, that was a interesting spin. We'll look into that after the race. Oh man, that was a spin and a half though for Wizard of just to keep it on the track. Just guys for brief, he lost the position to Samyake as well as a result. I'll just go inside and shut the Freza. Battle. Alright, Kinsai, still thinking of a move, but nothing. But Ollie is running alongside Martinez. Old versus new, technically, the parted faces versus remaining faces. Just to stay ahead. Altaro, meanwhile, is going to try to get back at it. But he's just about straddled much of the curb, but could not unsettle Jay enough. Might be thinking of a move down the inside, but too far back is the answer. guy currently still leading. Inside Goyena go side by side. Goyena still trying to find that bad chips of contention. Right outside, going side by side with Kinsai, and Kinsai manages to keep it on the track right now. Taking the hairpin sublimely. Oh, Kinsai's probably gonna go at it, but he's just too far back. Window from Asahi compared to his size 128 might be a cause for concern for the Yoroha driver. While Toka into Ryo and Sakura's current battles, Sakura already 7 seconds behind Kinsai, which is not ideal. Toka senses an opportunity to go into Ryo's position now on the main straight. Toka now alongside. On the outside, potentially Toka can go. Forces Ryo to go to the inside, but this time Ryo manages to hang on. But for how much longer? Toka is going to dive on down the inside to sweep around the outside. That's a great move from Toka. Ugh. Past the halfway stage. Oh yeah, we're supposed to run 27 laps. I forgot. But I think we're just gonna be okay with running 26 laps anyway. I'll set to 27 once we get into race 2, but yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead. We're just gonna go 1 lap short. So anyways, that's a bit of slippy and slidey for Shaki there to manage. Solid job right now. Shaki Reza currently in 7th. Had to deal with a personal issue that absolutely shocked him to the core. And right now he's doing a solid job though. Recovering from his setback. We don't have a lot of information as to what. Anyways, Toka and Ryo have swapped places, and this time Toka goes up into 11th and is now the new challenger to Sakura. Wizards currently in 6th place. Oh, you see here, turn 15. Really, this driver is dance Carz. Well, this guy currently in the lead, still hanging on to his position. It's Joshua second. Ninichi and Pekora have been sparring partners, at least as far as their performances are concerned, but you can see here that they are battling with respect, and that's what is important. And now we're seeing Shakareza going down the outside to defend his position, and that's a great maneuver from him. Kinsai is waiting in the wings though for a potential dive down the inside against Goyena. Goyena hasn't left enough space for Kinsai to dive bomb. That is a good thing for Goyena right now. Oh, that's another car. Oh, that's Jace Kinsai. Another car that got flipped at the hairpin. potentially trying to go side by side with Goyena, and that backfired extremely hugely as Kinsai becomes our next DNFer. Oh no, I just realized that we have oh no. I just realized we're still good. We're still good on the screen. It's just that oh, never mind. It's just OBS acting up to scale. But anyways, Sakura tries to defend against Toka. Goes down the inside. Anyways, more viewers tuning in. Welcome everyone to the formal Hololive Japan CEO Cup race 1 of the Autopolis circuit. Anyways, we are now at 16 laps complete. Joshua doing a very solid job though to keep herself in line with Sky, currently in the lead. And Rio gonna go down the inside onto Toka. Around the track. Rio, meanwhile, still for something against Toka. Toka is absolutely not going to give an inch to Rio. Sakura's going to enjoy this a bit as she can now rest a bit in 9th place. Martinez and Masaraido trade places. Martinez now up into 14th place. Decent comeback for decent comeback for Martinez. Hairpin, which is extremely unfortunate for them. Which we are seeing potential moves again. Toka against Sakura. They get very close still. Sakura gets moved around the outside. Nearly gets exposed there by Toka and Rio. Oh yeah, don't mind the sounds of duct tape, it's just home improvements. Anyways, we are still seeing this interesting and intriguing battle there between Sakura, Toka, and Hoshino and Rio. Some of these drivers might be racing their last LO races. It's not just Jake Martinez, we will be updating you in due course onto what happens next. This one, now you can see Sakura now under pressure. And this time, Toka manages to keep it around the inside, but how much longer can Sakura be able to defend? Well, more than a lap. At the very least, Sakura's defensive game has been pretty good. Just keeps on staying in front for much of this race. Again, you gotta have to give credit where credit is due. Sakura doing a very good job to stay where she is right now. The gaps have now opened up for these drivers, so potential battles are becoming few and far between. Sakura, Toka, and Rio alongside Pio, Sobyon, and Seirin. And then we got Walker and Tanarao and Jay. So Martinez is going to be hanging in 14th for now until a few laps later, I guess. Now down in 11th place against Hoshino Rio in 10th. Alright, so we got less than 6 laps to go here in Autopolis Race 1 of the Tsuyo Cup. And what are the takeaways here? Let's take a look into the production. Oh, I'm seeing some battles here. Seiyu, Sobyon, and Seirin, a Korean driver versus a partially Korean VTuber. And it's partially Korean VTuber that still wins it. Hoshino Rio gained like 10th position, 9th position from the start. Started at the back of the field after his collision with Daniel Warner. And right on the edge, showing his now back so and Seirin. Vargas finally made his move against Ali J as he now goes up into 17th. Still no points for him so far. Excited about this one. Black cars might be Jay's just into turn 1. That Scott's already in the end of the back straight. Joshua might be sniffing something. Might have that Zuno in him as he tries to take him a move down the inside onto that Sky. Right now, nothing's coming out of it as they are now separated by 1.4 seconds. Right. Wait, well, hang on. We just need to check on things. Alright, back into the race. Sky still in command of this race right now, with him leading all the laps so far. Lap cars will play some part here as Rio has now made the pass onto Sakura at turn 17. Sakura is going to try to line up a move again. Switching effects actually very strong here on Autopolis. And will Sakura take a move down the inside? Yes, she does! Too far back is the answer, but it was a valiant effort. Sakura now drops down to the top 10. So as it stands right now, Sky will be taking this win. Joshua Asahi will be taking second. And so right now Sakura's already struggling here. We are seeing more position changes. Sobyon and Jake Martinez. Jake Martinez now on a tussle with Sobyon and right now he hasn't been able to make the pass just yet. Although, give a shout out to Russian Project, who's had a quiet race so far, but managed to stay where he is right now. So Joshua Asahi will be set to be your new championship leader after this race. Jay Goodwin in 4th, Sammy Aki 5th, Hugumio in 4th and 5th, Coronez is Osnek Wizard in 6th. Shaki Reza doing a pretty tall jump in 7th right now. 8th place is currently Danilo Goyena, who is trying to muster a chart of his own, but not before Goyena tries to already make a move on the inside of Shaki Reza. Shaki Reza, I think, has made a mistake. Swap of positions between Goyena and Shaka Reza. Shaka Reza is now in 8th. Hoshizuna Rio now secures 9th place and is now pulling away from Sakura. Sakura now under pressure from Yukihara Toka. tries to think of a move herself. But things will change depending on situation. Siren in 12, Sobyeon in 13th. And down the inside though, Toka, and Toka flips herself! That is a massive bottle from the Yukata lobby driver, and that is her out. Sakura is gonna be home free to get a top 10. Alright, Siren will get 11th place as a result. Sobyeon will be jumping into 12th. 13th place, Jake Martinez continues to make a comeback from the back of the field. Masaraido is in 14th. Alton Taro in the last points position. Daniel and Ali J still outside the points. And the point situation is becoming pretty apparent here. The gap now went from over 30 points ahead to 10 points behind, or around 16 points behind for Mamakazu against Joshu Asahi. And the swing will can get better if Sky loses the win. Of course, Sky is in a serious position to win here in Autopolis, but lap cards might be in the way. Lap 25, and we are still on for something interesting here. We're just going to check on the situation here. Crosho is still in 3rd. Martinez, though, meanwhile, is chasing still Sobyeon for 12th place to basically continue on with this amazing comeback. So, but Oceanario has the better comeback, though, starting at 19th and now up into 9th. And Toka is out of the race as well. I noticed that Toka's out. Toka is also, yeah, Toka was a one. Toka actually, I just realized that I actually saw Toka's flip live. So never mind, this is an overreaction. Anyways, we're coming into the final lap of this race, race 1 of the this one, and Sky is about to get into lap cars. But I think they won't come in soon enough for them to, for it to be an issue for Ed Sky. Masaraido and Co. sets in between 130s and 131s. Ed Sky 128.359. And Ed Sky should be home free to take this win. Leading from whites to flag. I believe Joshua Asahi still has the fastest lap of the race, so it's not going to be a grand slam. It will be a treble for Ed Sky as he's about to bring home a solid win for the Kazamatai. Jacob again very close to Fukurasho. He might spoil the party. Can he think of a dive bomb late in this race? Yes, he does. He's going to take that 3rd place, maybe. He just needs a good exit off of the first hairpin, and into 100 RW they go. And Daniel Barger, another driver being spun, being flipped in the inside of the 2nd hairpin, and that's him out of race. And that's pretty tragic, though. Daniel Barger retiring on the final lap, but Ed Sky, meanwhile, is it an Indian moment for Ed Sky, who is looking for his win in Formula Hololive? He hasn't won in Formula Hololive. Kazama Iroha has shown commitments to the bright eye outfits in recent years, and Ed Sky is going to deliver on that promise. Ed Sky around the final corner is going to bring home the win for Kazama Iroha. Ed Sky wins the race 1 of the Tsuyo Cup Autopolis Super Prix. Close shave for Josh Asahi, but no cigar. But at the very least, Asahi will take the championship lead from this point on. Goodwin steals 3rd place from Rustin Caraccio. You saw how that move developed, and that was a great move though from Goodwin. And that will be a slight change in the standings. Goodwin now is in 3rd place in the standings. Sami Ake finishing 5th. Wizard 6, Goyana 7, Shakavreza in 8th, Rio 9th, Sakura 10th. Saren set to finish in 11th, Young in 12th. Martinez in his penultimate ARO race will finish in 13th. And currently, it is a case on how it works here. Rider just ready to complete this lap to finish off the race, and also joining in will be Alcantara and LBJ, and also the last rider. And that should be it for this race 1 at the very least. So let's take a congratulatory clap for Ed Sky, who won for Kazama Iroha. Joshua Sahi in 2nd place with Jake Goodwin 3rd for Kami Mio. Justin Crush is going to be bummed that he loses out on the podium finish to Goodwin. Samiaki 5th, Austin was at 6th, Goyana in 7th, Shaka Reza 8th, Rio in 9th, Misaki Sakura in 10th. Siri in 11th, Sobiang in 12th, Jay Martinez 13th, Masaraya 14th, Alton Tara 15th. That's your last set of point scorers. Ollie Jace finishes 16th. Daniel Barger, Yukara Toka, Jace Kinsai, Lorenzo Ricci, alongside Mohamed Cashew, were victims of the high curbs on the inside line at the 2nd hairpin. Right. So we are just gonna check if the thing's gonna be replay, and the replay is not saved. The replay is not saved. The score is not reflected. Absolutely. Never mind. So that is your results for race 1, and we're going to immediately show you the championship standings as it stands after 2 races, after the races that we've seen so far. And currently, as we have predicted, Josh Asai now takes the championship lead over Mohamed Cashew by 16 points. Jake Goodwin now goes up into 3rd. Lorenzo Ricci drops down to 4th. Shaka Reza stays in 5th, with Ed Sky in 6th place after his win. Crusher goes up to 7th. Goyena in 8th. Toka in 9th. Barger down to 10th. Samiaki is now gone from the bottom of the table to around mid-table right now. He's currently in 15th. And now Masaraido is going to be the one that's going to occupy the bottom row positions. So Byung-eun has finally scored his first points finish of the season. Alright, so we are not going to waste any more time. We are going to move on into the second race of this session. Although we are going to do some off-field screenshots first, just to congratulate the winner, just double check, just to be safe. Alright, so I also probably need some commentary breaks. My brain is currently being overloaded, so I hope you all can understand the predicament that I'm in right now. Again, solo commentary doesn't really usually help, but I gotta have to work with what I got. Alright, so we're seeing the incumbent race winner, it's Kai, who's going to be 6th in the championship standings. We'll update the championship standings as well as we go. So we are just going to pause for a while. Get a bit of a replay thing going and to prepare the screenshot. And just give us a few moments. Alright, so we're back to this qualifying session, and this time we're not going to do any of the sessions. We'll see how the drivers are just going to go as they go. As we're going to look back onto the screen here. And we also probably need to give on some time. Oh man, I forgot that we turn on the screen here. Give me a second as we try to turn this off. Alright, back onto the session. We got Ali J on track. Doing a solid job. As I she's doing a solid job right now. So yeah, it's a great day for Kazamatai for race 1 at the very least, with Iroha winning a race. And we are seeing the onboard of Ali J. You can see how focused she is on the racetrack. Yeah, just nailing the apexes on there. Doing a solid job so far. To complete her lap, she will be setting a decent 7.3, but I don't think it is going to be good enough for a pole position time, given that we've seen 127s, 126s. So we're just going to see how the rest of the field essentially tackles the situation. Joshua Sahi is retaining the favors. Misaki Sakura now 127 179. Could Misaki Sakura hang on for this win if she does start in pole position? I don't want to jinx her, but I just wanted to see if she's able to get the job done, because I have my reservations. But right now, Misaki Sakura is currently sitting on pole position for Asuki. And Goodwin currently sitting in third, Asahi in second. This might actually ignite Sakura's title hopes coming to the final 2 races. And I'm reminded that she is currently, if she does win, and let's say that the top 5 continue to not score points, then Sakura can take the championship lead with a 42-point gap. Right now, we're not counting on it. Sakura does start on pole position right now. For Asuki, who have committed herself a lot to the bright outfits as of recently. Kashi is now up into second place. The outside line in turn 1 is the preferred line, so not sure if it's going to be enough for Kashi to only start second. Martinez now goes up to 16. Finally setting a qualifying time. He will see if he can climb further up the field. 21 cars have finally gone for a lap. Barger is now up to 12th. far. We are into the final minute of qualifying. And Tyrell is now back in 8th place. This who spun out, who basically had a rollover in the last race, is now in 19th place. Ali J continues to struggle here in Autopolis. Looks like Serene is winning this battle. 83 points over Algiers' 12. The Battle of the Brats is now in favor of Yellow Kusagaki, if you would like to call it that. And we're seeing big changes as Daniel Barger now goes up into 4th place for Zwiss. A very solid qualifying session for him to lead. Session over. Sakura, Goodwin, Sky, Shakav Reza, Seirin, Sobyang and Jace Kinsai will not take any further part in the session. Hogan, meanwhile, is already at 137.752. Lap. Also, this is not going to be going for that soon. Neither will Guyana. Cashew might enter another shot. He is getting closer and closer, and I think he does take pole position by only 4/100ths of a second. He now has the privilege to start on the outside. On the racing line of turn 1. Jake Martinez with a surprise qualifying session, 127.952, goes into 9th before Sami Aki drops him down to 10th, with Sami Aki finishing and getting into 7th. Josh Asahi, no surprises except this one. 3rd place for Asahi. She has a fast car, but it's not going to be enough. And it's confirmed, Mohamed Cashew, your pole sitter for race 2 of the Autopolis Super Prix of the Tsuyo Cup of Formula Hall Japan 2025. Alright, so we are going to get ourselves introduced to the field. Give me a second. Alright, so on pole position, it is Mamakashi and Tsunomaki Watami. 2nd place alongside with the Misaki Sakura for Aski, looking for Aski's first win in the Formula Hall since 2023. Joshua Asahi will start 3rd for Hakui Koiri in race 2 alongside Daniel Goyena, the championship leader, the defending champion in race starting 4th, Daniel Goyena for Sada Pecora. 5th place, Daniel Barger for Shimachi Suisse is gonna try to make it the last frontier with Sakura if he can. Yukara Doka 6th for Lamy with 7th place Okamio and Jay Goodwin. 8th place, Sami Aki with Shakami Kobuki with Hoshi Marines and Lorenzo reaching 9th place. 10th place is the surprise package, Jake Martinez for Hyodoshi Ao. Will he be able to find the top 5 here on top list? We'll have to wait and see. And Sky, the race winner, is in 11th place for Kazumai Roha with 12th place Austin Wizard for Inogami Korine. 13th place will be Resting Karaji, who just missed out on the podium for Lapis Darkness in race 1 alongside Elton Taro. 14th for Nekomata Okayu. 15th will be Momashaki Reza for Momosuzunen, and alongside 16th place Hoshizuna Rio for Nakiri Ayame. 17th place Seirin for Otonase Kanade will start alongside 18th place Sobyang En for Kogani Nico. 19th place Jace Kensai will start where he is in the Takane Loi machine. 20th place Ali Che in Kikirara VV's number 51. And last but not least, Masaraido for Todoroki Hajime in last place. Alright, so we are just going to get on with this race. one more race in Autopolis before we wrap things up for the weekend. This will be the race that will set the narrative for the championship battle that will come into place in Suzuka in a month's time. It is Sakura in second place. Mama Cashew will lead the field on pole, but we'll see how the race starts for race 2. And the start is pretty okay so far as Cashew is concerned. But look at Sakura. She might think of a dive bomb down the inside. Keeps it nip and tuck, but not close enough. Cashew now leads the field. Everyone manages to survive, but there's a bit of a bunching up. Jake Martinez gets spun around. Might want to see what's going on at the back. And right now we still have the field going on as usual. Let's check the PDR for the start here, see what happened. Yep, Jake Martinez got spun around at the start-finish line. That sent him at the back of the field. There was contact at the start that essentially sent him tumbling down the order. And now we are seeing potential flips there. And right now everyone has survived. Although we do have we're seeing So Byung-eun going off the track a bit. Jake Martinez is now bowed down in 21st place. Not ideal for the car right now. Not ideal for Martinez right now, as he's not going to have to play catch up the rest of the field. Cashew against Sakura. The gap still at 0.5 of a second. Sakura is more than ready to cause trouble for Cashew, who's currently running in the lead right now. So again, in and out, Jay have traded places. Jay now up into 16th place. And Ed Sky against Austin Wizard. Goes up into 10th place. I'm gonna be intrigued to see how Sakura performs now that she's currently in a race win position. Is she gonna crack under pressure, or will she actually live on to the hype? She is actually a pioneer herself, so that is going to help with her progression on the field. Will Sakura think of a move early on or hang around late on? Well, we can't really tell the answer right now as everyone gets into the roller coaster straight here. Tanara against Kurashio. Tanara now goes up to 13th place. Tries to fight one back, just wasn't there. Rina Sakura is absolutely ready for this battle, and Rina, she just needs a good exit off of these final 2 corners. Absolutely whips into the final corner, gets closer and closer. That's what we are kind of seeing. Sakura not the fastest lap of the race. 128, 183 for the ASCII driver. It's an okay-ish exit, but she does lose out. I do notice that Sakura's wing is actually much higher than the Cashew, so that will means Sakura will be aided in the corners, while Cashew will be aided in the straights. Sakura will be aided in the Shaka Reza now against Ali J. They are going to go side by side. Ali J now goes down the inside. Now stays ahead of Shaka Reza. But Shaka Reza is going to go down the inside to provide some momentum and pressure. And that's what he's doing right now. He shows Ali J how it's done here. Okay, looks like the momentum shifting back to Cashew right now. He is currently staying ahead at the moment. Oh, and there's a bit of a bunching up there. That's Jake Martinez having issues. It might be grounds for a red flag. And right now we are going to check onto how bad the steering is for Martinez. And yes, it is bad for Martinez. It looks to me that, looks like we are going to forfeit this lap. We are going to red flag this race. So we are just gonna take the basically the results as we have started lap 3. So we are not gonna go any further from this race. So we are gonna shorten this race to 25 laps, and we are gonna tell you how the field essentially went on by itself. So Martinez will take no further part in this race as he has been essentially had terminal damage. So that will be a very unfortunate way to end his Hyodoshi Ao career. And that is a massive, massive loss for all of us. Anyways, we're going to have to continue with this restart. We don't have a lot of time. So Seren in 20th, Kinsai in 19th, Masaraido in 18th, Shakif Reza in 17th, and then 16th place will be Ali J. Momakashi leads Misaki Sakura, and then we got Joshu Asahi, Danilo Goyena, and then Jake Goodwin in 5th, Barger in 6th, and then we got, hang on, just gonna need to announce this though. Red flag, race to resume with 25 to go. Alright, so we have already updated this. Daniel Barker in 7th place. Sorry, Daniel Barker in 6th. 7th will be Sami Ake, Lorenzo Ricci in 8th. 9th place will be Yukiara Toka. And at Sky will be Lorenzo Ricci in 8th, Yukihara Toka in 9th, at Sky in 10th. Also was in 11th, Racing Coragio in 12th, Elton Tanaro 13th, Hoshizuna Rio 14th, Sobyang in 15th. Alright, so we are gonna go for a attempted restart. We are gonna attempt the restart here as we are going to take 2 on this race. Obviously, Jake Martinez has terminal damage, and he is already caught. Well, yes, while Casio has retired, we think that it's a bit unfair to list Casio as a DNF as well. We essentially started this race on lap 53. Alright, so we are gonna attempt the restart. 25 laps to go. We are going to restart lap 3. So, again, we now have Misaki Sakura in 2nd place. Muhammad Cashew attempting the restart. Here in race 2 of the Autopolis Super Pre-Seal Cup race. And we are off, and this time Sakura has a very good launch there at the start. She's gonna go down the inside against Mohamed Cashew. She's giving it all she can. I don't know if you're seeing Cashew sliding, there might be an incident for her back. Everyone's being punched up. Sakura's thinking of a move down the inside. And right now she is gonna see if she can cause some displacement onto Cashew right now. And she's thinking of a dive bomb, and also Wizard almost went off. Race is now restarted now without Jake Martinez, who is now officially out of the ARO right now. With Hyodoshi Ao officially retired from Hololive ARO competitions. Anyways, Barger now side by side with and that is Joshua Asahi. Good one now training between each other. We'll see if there are any flips right now to report. No flips to report. Sakura now still staying in 2nd place now behind Muhammad Cashew. And right now, I'm prepared for the result. Aski has been absolutely overwhelming so far. Aski absolutely committed to the Bright Idol outfits since 2023. And no results to show for it, as Masaraido is overtaken by Seirin. Continuing on with this restarted race. Still going on at it. And right now Sakura is going to keep on trucking, trying to find something against Mama Cashew. right now it feels like there's not much use in the lead because it's parked perfectly. As Goyena now has already made the pass on to Joshua Asahi, already decides to make the pass on to Goyena. Barger's now up into 5th place. Let's see how he will charge. Go side by side with Goyena. He's now going to be up into 4th. Ake now up into 6th. Goodwin now absolutely charging for position against Sami Ake. He's going to take the curves. He's taking too much curves. He's being flipped around. He is out of the race. And Jay Goodwin is out for the count. He will take no further part. Efficient teleporter back to pits there. Goodwin. Meanwhile, we still have much of this race to go. And right now we do have a lot of time here. And right now, we are being real on the radio that Sakura really needs a faster car. And who doesn't want a faster car and when you want to win a race? So right now, it is going to be something that Sakura absolutely needs here. She needs this result to lift the spirits out of everyone and to show to everyone what she can do. She has tons of potential that she has carried, and she needs to translate it onto the racetrack as more battles happen around the track. Sakura, meanwhile, is going to have to defend against Joshua Asahi. Jay now goes into 16th place after being overtaken by Jace Kinsai. Sakura slightly losing touch double to Mohamed Cashew. The driver mistakes can still happen, and that's a bad exit from Sakura. Cashew is a bit tidier there on the exit. Again, Sakura manages to find something in the corners, and despite the slipstream and the dirty air that is being emitted by Cashew, Sakura is still determined to get closer and closer. I think that's the line that you're going to be looking for. Seirin, meanwhile, just losing touch on by going into the wrong lines. For Cashew. For Sakura, this is not looking good for her. The chances of winning a race. She needs to win a race for Asuki. That's what she said. You can see here how she takes her lines. For the rest of the pack. 2 seconds now, the gap between Cashew and Sakura. Alright, so Sakura now chasing Mohamed Cashew for the lead here, and now she has managed to pull one back. 0.5 of a second this time, and Moshaki Reza has had a problem there, and I think it is an issue of being in the. Hang on, I just wanted to double check. So I think it is an issue of Shaki also going into a barrel roll here. So that is probably why. Anyways, Shaki Reza. Jay Goodwin and Jake Martinez out of this race. Josai is now going to plan a move against Sakura. Then Goyena has the fastest lap. Goyena Asahi tries to make a move down the inside but could not land the move. Sakura now loses even more time onto Cashew right now. Sakura now tries to defend vehemently for second place. And Daniel Barger now has an issue with the car. And you want to check though about Daniel Barger, because I don't think he's had an issue. I think it's just an engine failure for Daniel Barger. So it's a very unfortunate case for him as he's not doing this. and this one's a Ricci. Lorenzo Ricci's being spun around. He has straddled the curves that be under the bridge, and he's gonna be out. From bad to worse from one of the championship hopefuls. As Cashew now set to 126.956. Like setting a qualifying lap here, Mama Cashew. Where the hell is that coming from? So already we're seeing tons of cars out of the race. Ricci, Barger, Shaka Frizza, and Jake Goodwin. Now joining Jake Martinez. Rio's now up into 11th. Rido now up into 15th. Toka and Goyena trading places. Toka's now up into 5th. Meanwhile, Sakura not finding pace against Cashew right now, who has been on the charge right now. Zwiss is making the pass on to Goyena. Alright, so back onto this race. Asahi still trying to find something. Now sets a personal best 128. Cashew has had that one lap wonder and gone. And Samyage now trying to make a move on to Toka. So many backs and forths in this race since the restart. Cashew's absolutely showing up. Not finally back into the rhythm. Joshua Asahi, meanwhile, only back in 3rd place. Looks to me like Cashew will take a championship lead from here. But of course, Sakura absolutely needs this win more than ever, and not just to catapult herself back into title contention. And that is Mama Cashew going off. And crucially, that's going to mean time gain somewhat for Sakura. So it's not a woods yet for Sakura to find something against Cashew. She just needs to be more consistent than him. And as you can see here, more side-by-side action. Jay against Masaraido. Into sector 3 we go. Ali J trying to find something against Masaraido. And Masaraido makes the pass. And now, there's a bit of a gain. There is a bit of a gain. Ali J now overtaken by her rival, Seirin. Goes up to 127.995. She's now faster than Mama Cashew on that previous slot, but only because Cashew made that one mistake. Cashew's still faster overall. As proven here, you can see how fast he went there. But also, I need to probably ask about his fuel. Going to try to find the part where he has the fuel or something, and we still aren't finding it. We can probably turn on the bell perhaps. Rio now makes the pass on Daniel Goyena for 10th place. Sadako remains the same here. No mistakes still from Cashew so far. Alright. Asahi still running past Sakura. Sakura loses even more time to Cashew. Cashew's just on a whole other level here. Kinsai currently at 11, 127.5 for Cashew. For a 128.787. Cashew, Asahi now taking the move down the inside, and Asahi just about gets the move done. Asahi now moves himself into 2nd place to keep himself in the championship lead. Crucial Ollie J just comes into the front for the final corner. He's already at the hairpin. Carz actually might come sooner or later. He can't use his pace right now, with him being 4 seconds a lot faster. Still trying to recover with so much brain power. And that Sky's gone off, and it's an engine failure, and I think that is him going off. It looks like it is Sky trying to overtake Wizard at the hairpin, and he went off, and he will be joining in the list of the DNFers. And that will be the last of the non-finishers who will not score points. Any non-finishers from this point on will score points. Ollie J will score points. Asahi and Toka are in the pits right now. I think this is what we're going to be talking about, because this is a different race, and this time we might be seeing a pit stop shuffle, so that might explain things here. We will see Cashew coming into the pits. Dash doesn't say anything about him going into the pits. Asahi is dropping down to 9th. Toka into dropping down to 10th. Wizard as well. As I managed to exit out of without issues of traffic. Wizard will not have that luxury. So I think it's a case of Cashew running light and Sakura running heavy. Sakura probably saw what happened in the split the Zaka Cup race 1 and probably thought to herself, maybe she can go for an overcut strategy. Kasha might think that he has a good lead, so he might be able to go for an undercut strategy and build a gap. Just gonna have to wait and see. The gaps are now at 9 seconds. Still going ahead. Sakura meanwhile is continuing on as normal. Trying to find something against Santara, who is going to be called into the pits. So the side-by-side action. Oh, it is rubbing between that is Rio and Kinsai. And Hoshino Rio is going to try to fight one back against Santara. On the outside, potentially Rio will go. But Santara manages to defend Rani inside for now. I guess. Anyways, back onto this race, Cashew. We don't know if there are any indicators of low fuel in the dash that we can rely upon. Well, it's actually there. It's just that here about Cashew. Will he be coming into the pits? The answer is no. Right now looking into time. Cashew is okay at the moment. Tires are a bit more used. And also Wizard's gone off and does a massive flip, and he is on his roof. So also Wizard will be at least scoring a single point from this point on. An even more traditional race here. And now Rio cuts back off against this one. Crossio and Kinsai now go into the pits. The big question is who's next? Cassio's not using his tires, but for how much longer he can use them. Is opting for consistency. Right now, something just keep progressing forward. Trying to ball this. Rio, meanwhile, is thinking of a move down the inside, and he is getting close, but not close enough. Rido in 12. Cashew continues to pull away, and that's a massive mistake from Mohamed Cashew. He has went off into turn 1, but manages to continue right now. We fear this might happen, but right now it is currently still game. And Sakura has immediately gained about 4 seconds now, and this will be crucial in the pit stops later on if the pit stops do occur. Now goes down the inside of Antara, but nothing coming off of it right now between the two. Cashew is running a rapid car, but he is really more prone to mistakes. Sakura is banking onto consistency here, and right now Sakura is closing in slowly but surely. Sakura does gain some time here in the corners here as a result of Cashew going off the track. He's currently being shaken. Tire's not in its optimal conditions anymore. It's actually worse now. So Cashew might actually be hauled into the pits here. The answer is going to be no, but we will have to see if Cashew is going to make another mistake. Tidy on the track. You can see here the box that he's left, and Samiake has gone on to the pits. Sakura's going to be banking in for more mistakes there from Cashew. Now side by side with Santara. More viewers tuning in. Thank you for tuning in to the Tsuyo Autopolis Super Prix. Enjoying this race so far as this race continues to have some twists and turns. Side by side with Samiake, who's just went out of the pits. Should be fine for the rest of the race. And right now, there's still probably no calls for Cashew to come. And yes, Cashew is going to come. Sakura is going to take the lead right now. So it's the pit stop cycles round. Sakura is now in the lead of this race. And right now, we are seeing 3 wide action. Tanara, Rio, and Goyena. This might end in tears. That's not a long time, actually, for Cashew. But he will have traffic to contend with. Sakura needs to stay in the lead for as long as she can. And to lose as little time in the pits as possible if she wants to gain something from this race. And Tara's not up into second, but we will see if pit stops will be done between them. Sobiak and Masaraido, Seirin, Ali J, Sakura, and Tanara, Guyana, and Rio have yet to make their pit stops. Right now we are going to be paying attention to the previous laps though. Sakura can bank and consist of 127. She is going to be in a seriously real position to win this race. Win Aski's is first since October 2 years ago. And around the outside she goes, continuing to hang on, but she will come into the pits. Essentially undoing all of the work that she's done so far, but she did give as much as she could. Hopefully it's just to change the tires and deal as Tara, Brianna, and Rio will be the next
ones who will be going into the lead. Alcantara will be taking the lead here in Autopolis. Sarka's gonna spend a decent amount of time here. And she does get out, but the gap's gonna be pretty substantial now. But here's the thing, Cashew is actually catching up to Guyana and Rio, and he might need to make a risky pass because Sakura is currently on his tail. Sakura's in that phase where she needs to warm up her tires. Cashew's tires are already warmed up, and the gap's now back into 10 seconds. And now, Cashew is getting very close though to the little Guyana. He is currently on a massive charge right now. And we'll see how easy it is for him to pass the lap cars or at the traffic here. Oh, it's Samiake and Joshosai tries to make a move onto Sakura. Not what she's looking for, and she still needs to warm up her tires to an extent, and Asahi's gonna cause trouble to Sakura. Asahi's now up into second place. Guyana's not gonna cause a lot more issues. So it's now between Cashew, Rio, and Tanaro. The gaps between them are now at around 3.8 seconds. Sakura now behind Joshua Asahi. Both of them have already made their pit stops. And Rio's really trying to make a move against Antaro. Cashew is chasing. And look at how much time he's gained. He is currently on another level there. Level that I haven't even thought that I actually think was possible. But anyways, right now Cashew is catching him at a rate of not. We'll see if they are going to have issues or not. We'll see if Asahi, either Cashew or Asahi can stick it on the track. And it's a sliding moment for Cashew as he loses time against Antara and Red. This is what we mentioned about the inconsistency that he's had. And right now, Asahi is going to be swooping in on this opportunity. Antara and Rio will be coming into pits. Cashew will retake the race lead. Sakura only 2 seconds behind Asahi. Cashew breaks at just the right time. And right now we are coming to the later stages of this race, and we are going to finalize the scoring. So Ali J will be having 14th, 13th place will go to Seirin, 12th place goes to Raido, So Byung-eun in 11th place for Guyana, where his championship defense chances are numbered by the minute. Rio down in 9th place, and Taro up into 8th. 7th place Jace Kinsai, with 6th place Yukihara Toka. Kurashio having another quiet race down in 5th place. 4th place will be Sami Ake. 3rd place will be Misaki Sakura as it stands right now. And 2nd place will be Joshua Asahi. Joshua Asahi will hope to stay in 2nd place to defend his championship lead. Is going to take, I believe he is going to take the championship lead by only 9 points from Joshua. Score for back-to-back podiums. Who is going to be set to score back-to-back podiums. stands right now, Cashew has an insurmountable lead here. Ali J is only in here. Cashew is in the second hairpin, and right now he is keeping it tidy. At this point, I will doubt on whether or not anyone is going to be able to challenge him for this win. Even Sakura, he took the pole at the right time, and he absolutely gave it his all. Anyways, so there is going to be some interesting changes in the championship. And Saren will be down in dumps of sorts, if you will. As we are now continuing on this race, Cashew has now pulled over 13 seconds lead over Asahi. Unfortunately for him, and there will be some notable absentee for the next championship battle here, as I think Altus and Tara on back, they will also be out of title contention. As the battles are just going to keep on progressing as we speak. There's another issue here. Rustin Caraccio has had issues. It does massive amounts of damage. I think we have nothing to lose at this point. We're just going to show you the replay. And that is a massive case of looking at this one. There might be another red flag. Rustin Caraccio, I think we will need to show you what happened to Sami Ake. I think it is an issue with the car. Yeah. So let's take a look into what happened to Sami Ake, as we might go into a second red flag of the session. Sami Ake just went off the track, and they got plowed by Rustin Caraccio. Now he has sustained massive amount of damage. If you want to see that he's the car is essentially out of whack, but he's still trying to continue. Another drama in the later stages of this race, and that might cause trouble. Sami Ake will be dropping down into second place. Caraccio is going to be set to finish 13th at this rate. And right now, Caraccio is currently a hazard right now. We will try to restart the race with 5 laps to go. Alright, just going to save this thing. So we are most likely going to have to red flag this race. So, right. So, by this result, I am just going to do a bit of a liberty here. So there's a red flag right now. There's a massive crash between Sami Ake and... there's a big crash between Sami Ake and Rustin Caraccio that essentially resulted in violence between the two. Massive amounts of damage. And content manager has crashed. Give me a second. Alright. So, based on this one, Sami Ake should be ahead of Rustin Carrascio because that is when they had their crashes. So, we are going to have a restart of basically only... give me a second. Let me see. Sami Ake, Rustin Carrascio, and then give me a second. I'll need to sort out the points before we will do with this restart. So in this restart, we will basically restart with 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go, so it will be a complete sprint to the finish. And of course, we will not be with Jake Martinez. We'll be without Daniel Barger at Sky, as well as Mohamed Shakif Reza, Lorenzo Ricci, and Jake Goodwin, Osne Wizard, Rustin Carrascio, and Sami Ake, as they were involved in crashes. So, basically, the restart order will be Cashew Asahi, Joshua Asahi, Misaki Sakura in 3rd. And then Yuki Haratoka will be starting 4th. Jace Kinsai will be 5th. Elson Tarao 6th, Hoshizuna Rio 7th, Daniel Goyera 8th, Sobyang 9th, Masaraido 10th, Saren 11th, and Ali J 12th. Alright, so we are going to go for one more start here, and we'll see how the race goes in what has been a very chaotic CEO Cup Race 2. And already the complexion of the championship has changed very drastically. Alright. So we are gonna try again. So this time we are gonna be seeing an interesting restart here with only 12 cars remaining. Haven't seen that in a while. So that out of the way, we are going to go for one more start. This time it is going to be Mohamed Cashew and Joshua Asahi on the front row for one more attempt at a race finish. 4 laps to go here in race 2. And we are off for this super sprint. And this time, Misaki Sakura tries to get herself into second place. But will Joshua Asahi dive on down the inside? Sakura's going to hang around the outside with a massive charge of everything now reset. It's all game from here. 12 cars remain. And right now Sakura is going to go at it. She might think of a dive bomb down the inside against Cashew, but has to think of leaving space though for Asahi because she's understeered. And right now Sakura is taking that second place right now. She is absolutely hungry for this win. She's now back into second. She is going to be aiming for an opportunity to make the pass onto Mohamed Cashew. Sakura almost a victim of the flip there from Joshua Asahi's flipping car. 3 laps to go after this one. Rio now goes up to 9th place against Seirin in this short and basically a reduced race. Cashew just remains in control right now, but will he make a mistake somewhere? He has been mistake prone for the entirety of this race. He has been rapid, but he's been inconsistent. Sakura is the more consistent driver out there, and right now she is currently on the charge. With 3 laps to go, is it going to be enough? Asahi now goes down the inside against Sakura. Sakura hangs on for now, and as you can see here, it's now still a second between the two as they're still racing for position. 1 second now, the gap between Sakura and Cashew. And Tara still stays in 6 from that restart. We are looking at a few changes. Now drop down to 9. Goyen and Byung and now gain 7 and 8. Saren now gains position over Masaraido. And Joshua Asahi at this rate. Rios now goes back up into 8th. An ultimate lap coming in soon. Cashew is just uncatchable right now, but again, he's always the god of him making mistakes. He's been error prone for much of this race. He's the only one who's able to set up right now, but will he hang on? Sakura and Asai go at it between each other again. Sakura manages to defend 2nd place. And right now Sakura will only be in 4th place in the Tsuyo Cup standings. Cashew continues to reign supreme. Sakura still staying where she is right now in 2nd place. J Skinside trying to make a move against Goyena. Goyena trying to move against Skinside, but doesn't manage to stay ahead. Goyena trying to get into a position here. Running out. On the outside she goes, and she is okay. We're almost into the final lap. Cashew just needs to keep it in control to get win number 2 in the CO Cup and to be in a serious position to win it for Gen 4. She's the only Gen 4 driver, I believe, to be in the CO Cup. Cashew starts the final lap. Tyler Williams, Jeff Rohan, and Nico out of the CO Cup right now. Cashew just keeps it tidy and under control. Might have to settle for 2nd in this one. She has a decent chance in Suzuka, I'll say this. Right now we are just going to pay attention to racing here. Valiant effort to try to reel Cashew in. But again, Cashew just needs to be without any more problem. He is tinier than ever. Already pulls up a gap. Sakura makes fast on Soken, and Sakura meanwhile is chasing. But it's going to be a Mama Cashew who's going to take a big swing at it in the CO Cup standings. While his race in race 1 wasn't the plan. Race 2 is where he gets back into the swing of thing, and what a swing this is for Muhammad Cashew to get himself back into the championship lead with 2 races and 1 round to go into Suzuka. Muhammad Cashew wins it for Tsunamaki Watami at the CO Cup Autopolis Super Prix Race 2. So close yet so far once again for Misaki Sakura, but at least she gets into a decent finishing position to get herself in the fringe of the championship battle. But anyways, we are going to only show you the top 12 finishes here. Mama Cashew finishes in 1st, Sakura 2nd, Asahi 3rd, Toka 4th, and Tanara 5th, Goyena 6th, Kinsai 7th, Hoshizuna Rio 8th, Masarada 9th, Sobyong and 10th, Seirin 11th, and Ali J 12th. So we are just going to adjust the standings right now, as we are just going to Saki, Toka, and Taro goes up into 5th with Danila Goyena 6th, Okay, skin size 7th. 8th place Hoshizono Ryo. Masaraido in 9th. 10th place is So Myung-eun. Seirin over Ali J. And that will be your 12 finishers for those who have actually finished the race. Alright, so as I'm going to essentially give me a second. Why is there no? Alright, so we are just going to also show you the remaining finishers of this race as we're going into the championship standings. So, Sami Ake finishes 13th over Rustin Crusher because Sami Ake was ahead of Rustin Crusher on countback when they both crashed and the red flag was dropped. Ozne Wizard finished 15th for Inagami Korone. And your non-finishers will be... let me see. Jake Martinez 21st, Jay Goodwin 20th, Daniel Barger 19th, Ed Sky 18th, Shaki Freza 17th, Lawrence Arichi 16th. Right, so I am not going to waste any more time here, as I also need to get out as soon as possible. Alright, so we are just going to get some bits and pieces done. Alright, so anyways, we are just going to officially sort out the championship standings here. Mama Casio now is in the championship lead for Sonamaki Watame after this race. Joshua Sahi will sit second with 456 points, or like 36 points behind. And joining them in the top 3, Misaki Yukihara Toka with 324 points for Yukihara Lami, just edges out Misaki Sakura. And also got Daniel Goyena, the reigning champion, will be 5th, coming to Suzuka. Jay Goodwin 6th, Richie in 7th place. 7th place, Lorenzo Ricci is dropping down further in the standings. Shaki Freza 8th, Jay Skinside 9th, Frosting Karashio 10th, Ed Sky in 11th place. And then 12th place will be Daniel Barger, Ozne Wizard, Jake Martinez, and just a reminder that this is Jake Martinez will end his time with Hyodoshi Ao in 14th place. And then Hoshizano Ryo 15, Sami Aki 16, Alson Tanaro jumps up into 17th place. Seirin Masaraido, So Byung-eun, and Ali J make up the remaining spots on the standings. With that out of the way, we'd like to thank everyone for tuning into this race. We hope you enjoyed the Autopolis Super Rally weekend as much as we do, as we are going to get ourselves ready for a replacement race coming up tomorrow, next Friday at Fuji Speedway, where we'll be racing the replacement replacing the Fuji 200 minutes CO Cup race. Tsuyo Series is only going to be like an equivalent of 100 minutes for reasons. And that being said, thank you for tuning into the stream. My name is Mama in the commentary booth, and we'll see you next Friday for the Holotype CO Series race. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you there in Fuji.